catch you all up on what's been going on. Yeah, so Jaleel and I have been trying to do this podcast now for what, I'd say 37 minutes. And we've been stopped 3 times because the internet just doesn't work.
Yep, technology.
And that's what drives me crazy is they say they want to replace actors with robots. If we actors can't get on the internet, how are robots gonna do our jobs?
That's what I'm saying. You need people,
You do, and I need
Robots
you.
are unreliable.
How are you? I've put you through enough this afternoon, but thank
Oh
you
no,
for
cool. Look,
coming back.
I'm not tripping on nothing. I'm cool.
You are cool. When I met you on the set of The Last Movie Star, we hit it off immediately.
Yeah, you were cool, man. You were one of the nicest people that I met on a production.
Oh, thanks.
That was a fun time. I had a lot of fun on that production.
So did I.
Yeah.
It was cool because it was one of the smaller sets I've been on, but it was still big. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And everybody was really, really chill. And we were down in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yes.
In the dead of summer. What was it, like August?
It was hot. Yeah, it was like July, August. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
It was literally, I'd say, probably 100 degrees. And then we were filming in that bar.
I remember. And it was so hot in that bar.
Yeah,
it was so hot.
They told us, they were like, well, there's no AC. And we're like, yay.
Yeah, and then I was wearing like a full suit too.
You were.
And it was so hot.
Burt Reynolds, can we just talk about what an honor it was to work with him?
Yes. We very lucky. It was his last film, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, very lucky. Like I can't believe that. Like I can't believe I ended up on his last production and got to meet him right before he, passed away. But yeah. We both should be very grateful for that.
Absolutely. I was just watching last night. I don't know. We worked with an amazing actress on it. Her name was Amy Hurler. She played the nurse in the retirement home. And her and I last night, we're best friends, and we were watching a documentary about Burt on the Real channel. And we were just talking about, and they started talking about The Last Movie. They brought it up, how it was his last film, and they showed you. They showed Clark, and so I was watching you before I was watching you now. So
that's so funny. I might have to. You might have to tell me about that documentary so I can go watch it.
I will. It's awesome. But you've been up to a lot of stuff since then. I was just on the old IMDb Dynasty.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How fun was that?
That was fun. That was a fun production. That was I think I did that in 2018, right before I officially moved to LA. I did that, and that was a cool one. I was supposed to come back and do more episodes, but Hollywood. So
please, same thing happened to me with Ugly Betty. They were like, "You'll be back," and I'm like, "I'm still waiting to go back."
Yeah. I'm just like, what's going on? Like I thought, but hey,
happens
Hollywood.
To the best of us, my friend.
Exactly. That was a fun one though. Yeah, that was a good one. And that was also filmed in Georgia.
And you did Sweet Magnolias too.
Yes, I did do Sweet Magnolias. That one was very fun because I got to do that. I was on set for almost 3 months. So, really got kind of built.
Ever been on a set?
It is, yeah. That's the longest I've ever been on set. Before that, I think the longest was The Last Movie Star. Before that. So that was fun. It was also fun to see the show hit #1 on Netflix because you kind of never know what's gonna happen. And just to see the success like that was dope. Yeah, so puts me in a good position for LA pilot season, I think. So,
pilot season.
But Corona, so.
I know. I wonder what this pilot season is even going to look like. And by the way, I'm going to tell you guys what pilot season is for anybody who's listening and is like, what are they talking about? Pilot season for actors is basically that like one time a year. It's usually after the holidays when we all get ready and we just do, it's like mass auditioning.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't stop for, I want to say, maybe a month. We just go. I mean, there was a point when I was in New York where I was doing like 5 auditions a day for pilot season.
Yes.
Yeah. And I loved it. It's such an amazing rat race. I love it.
Yes, like me, I'm just unorganized. So it's like, sometimes I get so many auditions and it's like, all right, how do I manage this to where I can give it my all? And then I end up turning in terrible auditions for like 3 of them. And then one of them will be pretty good. And then another one I'll think is okay, but then they'll like me the most on like the one that I didn't think was that good or something. You know, it's so weird. But yeah, pilot season.
It's a trip. I've done pilot season in LA, I've done pilot season in New York, and they're both very different. I'd say for me, like the biggest thing with pilot season LA versus New York is the driving. Hours in the car, just hours. I'm like, what is even happening anymore?
Yeah.
I'm like, we could have filmed the entire TV series by now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And New York is probably like you can just ride the train anywhere, right?
We do. Okay, so we have the subways here. I, however, let me tell you, I'm lucky if I make it from Times Square, you know, like from Madison Square Garden to Times Square. If I could find my way there, I'm in good standing.
Oh yeah.
I can't do the subways. I'll put it this way: I lean on my best friend Gino for everything with directions in Manhattan. Gino and Uber. That's about it.
It's hard to figure it out, huh? Because I know New York is there's a lot of lines, a lot of train lines.
I just figure this. By the time I figure it all out, I would have gotten to the audition already. So let's just cut out the middleman.
Yeah.
The middleman being my brain. I don't want to think. I just want to get there.
There's technology, like, yo, help me out, technology. No, but I want to.
I tried to walk in New York with like that walking app, like Find Your Way.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, I still have to call an Uber.
Yeah, no, when we were in New York for Tribeca, I got so lost. I was walking for like hours. Then my phone died. I was like, yo, how do people do this every day? But it's kind of fun. I guess because I'm not from here, it's fun. But if I had to do this every day, I'd probably be pretty mad. But yeah, I got very.
I have to ask you. Speaking of Tribeca, you were at the premiere. I wasn't. I was there the next day. I saw you. Did you meet Robert De Niro?
Okay. So it's funny. I kind of met him, but then I kind of didn't meet him because he let us in through the back door. Like we knocked on the back door. We all got out of the van. There's paparazzi everywhere, you know, for Ariel and Bert as well. And so they were like surrounding our big SUV. And I'm like, oh, this is exciting. And yeah, because, you know, I've never seen anything like this. I'm just a young actor from Atlanta. So get out the car, walk up to the back door. And I don't know what's about to come. Someone's about to open the door for us. Opens the door, Robert De Niro. Like, open the door. And he's like, right. And I'm just like, that's Robert De Niro. Like, but it was so normal because, like, you're not seeing him in, like, a Hollywood light. He's just, like, a guy opening the door. So it's just like, but that's Robert De Niro. And we walked in, he gave Bert a hug. And we're just all walking together to, like, our room or whatever. And he's, like, walking right next to me, but it's just like I'm a regular dude, and I'm like, I don't know what to say to him. I'm just like, maybe I shouldn't say anything. Let's just walk. So I'm just like walking with Robert De Niro, and so I kind of did meet him, but I kind of did meet him, you know. But that was funny.
I was so devastated to miss that night because I wanted to spend it with you guys, and then I heard that Robert De Niro was there, and I nearly ripped my hair out.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, the one time.
Yeah.
I'm praying I get to meet him.
It's like that sometimes. Like, Yeah, I'm sure you will. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's like in New York, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's his festival, and I've had a couple films at the Tribeca Festival, and it's
Oh,
always so fun.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
I had
yeah.
one with my buddy Cuba Gooding Jr. Have you ever worked with him?
No, but he's amazing.
You have to work with him. We did a film called Harold together, which we filmed in my hometown of Great Neck, and it premiered at Tribeca. And that's what I
Oh,
love about Tribeca. It takes like projects and kind of gives them a little bit of a life and puts them out there
hmm
on a platform. And I respect that because as big as De Niro's films are, he
hmm
still lets these smaller films into the festival to get legs, and that's really great as an actor to do that for other actors.
absolutely. So, do you like direct and write, or what is your kind of?
So I just started writing. I started writing my memoir this summer, a book about my life, when the quarantine started, because I was like, I gotta do something. So I started writing my book, but now I started writing a screenplay and
Oh wow.
a television show as well. So
Oh, okay.
I guess I am a writer or more of a writer than I knew, and I'm really loving it. Every day I sit down and I dedicate a certain amount of time to it, and it's been really cool. I can tell you that while writing my book and going over some things in my past, that's been more therapeutic for me than the years I've spent in therapy.
Yeah, yeah. I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, yeah. I want to write, like, but it takes so much, and it's like maybe I'm lazy, um, but I know it's not easy, So I respect all you guys that are writing TV shows and screenplays, like.
I always told myself when you get a new laptop, you'll write your book. You're just going to write your book. And then I got my new laptop and I was like, all right. So I asked my assistant, I said, I haven't had a laptop in so long. What's a really good like Word document? She's like,
Yeah,
Google Docs. I'm like, great. So,
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, it's been interesting. Who knows? I mean, I think for me, it's writing from a place of where I know. You know,
mm,
I write about things that I know, and for me, that comes a little bit easier than writing, things that I maybe have to imagine. Because I look at like the people who wrote the Twilight series, and
oh,
that's so imaginative. I could
yeah.
never think of things like that.
I hear you. Maybe you could though. You never know.
You never know.
I know a lot of it.
I played in a vampire series once. Have you ever played like anything like that? A vampire, werewolf, anything fun like that?
Did I? Okay, I was in the Vampire Diaries, but I wasn't like a creature. I was just like a regular teenager in high school who got killed. But have I ever played any type of? No, but I have auditioned for werewolves and stuff like that. Um, Production of Vampire Diaries one time told me that they think that I'm better for a werewolf type role. I don't know why, but I tend to go out for werewolves a lot. I don't know.
But that's really cool though, because honestly, I was just watching a new show on Netflix called The Order, and
Okay.
it's like this guy transforms into a werewolf, and I mean, I could totally see it. I think you would kick ass.
Appreciate it. No, I mean, I would much rather be a werewolf than a vampire, so I'm not mad at it.
Hey, I'd join your pack.
Yeah, no, you should.
You
You
should.
should join my pack.
I love that. Now I'm probably gonna go write a werewolf series for us now.
That's dope. No, you should do that. I'll help out.
Oh my gosh. Well,
I love
where's one?
it.
I just, traveling is such an interesting part of our business because we get to do it to be on location and sets. Where's one of the wildest places you've gotten to travel to for work that maybe you never thought you would get to or get to as soon as you did in life?
Hmm. Well, this is the thing. Me being like this, like, I guess country boy from Atlanta, like I really have not traveled that much, like as a kid. Like, so once I started to act, going to places like New York and LA, that was big to me. Like just going, and I'm from Atlanta, but I'm from like just outside Atlanta, like south, where it's like a little bit more country. So, you know, it was really like going to all these big cities and like I said, LA and New York itself was a lot. But where else did I go recently? That was fun. Um, I'm going to Mexico, which is not for work, but I'm going in
Right.
a week.
Well, go
But
enjoy.
yeah, we're gonna do it right though. We're gonna wear a mask and be careful and things like that. But
Yes, and remember that tequila, there's alcohol in it, which is a sanitizer. So I'm just saying.
oh, okay. So I should have a
It's
lot
for
of that.
your own good.
Yeah, I should. That's my excuse. Yeah.
I have, it's funny. Our friend Amy, that I was telling you about, we have a way of rationalizing everything. I got to tell you a ridiculous story. The other day, I was just having one of those days. Speaking of rationalizing, I was like, Amy, she's like, you need some ice cream today. It's that type of day. I was like, yeah. So we rationalized that I needed ice cream because it was that day.
Yeah, yeah.
I went around the corner to the corner store, and Amy was on FaceTime with me. I walked into this brand new gelato shop, and the woman looks at me. This girl caught eyes with me as I was walking in. She held the door. I wasn't home 10 minutes, and I got a DM from,
Hmm.
and I'm not on social media right now, so my publicist sent it to me. And it was from the girl who held the door open for me. She was
Oh
like, were
my.
you just at the gelato shop? And I was like, I had no idea what she was. So it's so funny. I feel like I'm like, oh my God, I can't even indulge without anybody knowing. Has anybody ever caught you or stopped you when you've been out at places like that?
Uh, no. I mean, nothing like embarrassing, but like, I mean, that's not embarrassing either. That's just some good food. But there was one time where I went to MomoCon. Do you know what MomoCon is? Well, it's like a nerd convention basically, and it's like people dress up like superheroes and well, actually, MomoCon's more anime. People
Right.
dress up like characters, and it's very nerdy. And me and my friends usually go just to like have. We're not so into it, but we just go because it's just like a crazy experience.
Yeah.
And um, I went there one time, and this dude did recognize me from. He recognized me from Black Lightning, and because you have the people there who are just like really like they know everything about these shows, like
Yeah.
every character down to the smallest part, like they are obsessed with these shows. So I mean, I don't know if I would call it embarrassing, but you know, it was an interesting moment, I guess. You know,
Yeah, it's always interesting when you're like out, living like your regular life and doing like regular things, and then
yeah.
somebody's like, "Hey," and you're like,
But you do have people who catch you on days where it's just like, oh, I look horrible right now. Like,
"Oh my gosh." I have
yeah,
had some days where it's been like really rough. I mean, on planes, you name it, hair up in messy buns, and
yeah. Like I
yeah,
was just trying to go to the gas station and I'm wearing like slippers and like pajama pants and then someone sees you and just like, how you doing?
yeah,
But
yeah,
it's all fine.
exactly. I when I was younger, I performed a lot like the national anthem, and I was performing it this one time with this kid who was famous on Long Island as well, and this one little girl asked him for an autograph, and he was like, no, 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 I look horrible today, no, no, no. And like he absolutely crushed her day. She stood there crying. So I always vowed, I was like, I don't care how crappy I look, I'll always take a picture with any fan.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
I'm like, if I went out the house looking that way, that's my own darn fault.
yeah. I hear you. Yeah.
So where can we keep
I
up
mean,
with
LA
you
is kind
next?
of, one more time.
Where can we keep up with you next? Like, what's next for you?
What's next for me? Right now, honestly, I'm just there's some things that I'm up for, so I can't really speak on them now, but right now, like I'm just really, really focused on training and just getting better at the craft. Like, so if a role comes around, then I'll be grateful and I'll take it. But it's like my head is so much in a place of I want to get to a point where I'm really doing quality work and I'm not just doing like okay work, you know?
Sure.
So that way, cause that give me more longevity. So, my IMDb is always cool to follow me. You can follow me on Instagram. You know, people always will know what's coming up next with me there. And I don't know. I'm thinking about doing music too. I don't know. All my friends do music, so I might do some music too. We'll see.
I think you
Why
should.
not? You know?
I personally just started getting into my music. It's been
Oh,
something.
okay.
It's been, after Hairspray, everybody was like, "Oh, you're gonna come out with an album," and I've always wanted to. I've just always wanted to
Yeah.
find my own voice, really. Um,
Hmm.
so
Yeah,
what?
because you're talented, man.
Oh, thank you. Well,
You're
so are
super
you.
talented. You should definitely do music. You should definitely do music. Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, we'll see. I made a little song. It wasn't too bad. So I mean, we'll see what happens.
Well, I look forward to working with you again because I know it's gonna happen. Because, well, guess what? I just may write it into one of the scripts.
Hey, I'm with it. And I might actually. I'm also been considering moving to New York also, because
Really?
yeah, because New York is I know they have great training out there. So
They
um,
do, and I can tell you, I know a lot of the great programs here, and I'd be more than happy to, show you around.
no, absolutely. We definitely should link whenever I get out there. Absolutely.
You got it. Stay well, my friend.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
He's so lovely. I know this was a little bit of a shorter episode, you guys, but my little mouth is hurting, and Jaleel is just the best. He's rocked with me through this entire episode. Literally, we started and stopped 3 times because the internet connection was unstable, as it said. Huh, what else is new? The internet connection. Anyway, Jaleel Knox, thank you so much. And I love what he said about doing more than okay work, as actors, but even as people, we should always strive for the best. You know, shoot for the greatest star out there, which is the moon. Actually, it's the sun. Oh my God, guys, I'm tired and I can't figure this out anymore. And before I make myself sound any more ridiculous, I'm just gonna go take a nap. So if you've learned anything during this episode, anything at all, it's that Jaleel Knox is amazing. He's very talented, and you should all look out for him, and that your friend over here needs a nap. I'm signing off. I'll see you tomorrow.